GameStop fall today? Is it because there was real selling, either or selling long, or there were people shorting the stock, or there was just no buying excitement to keep it at the elevated level?
Yeah, the volume, Richard, is pretty high. Over 70 million shares have traded hands already, and that is significantly higher than the average volume, although it's a bit below the peak when we had the frenzy when the stock was surging. So I think there is an element of a lot of investors are cashing in. Maybe they are realizing that GameStop has had a nice run and they're starting to get out. I'd be wary of saying that this is over, though. You had Mark Cuban of Shark Tank and the owner of the Dallas Mavericks basketball team fame saying on Reddit and Ask Me Anything in AMA today, he was urging the Wallstreet bets community to hold the course and stay the course if they could afford to buy more as the price falls in order to put some pressure back on the stock and maybe squeeze some of those shorts again. He'd advocate them doing that because he is a fan of what Wallstreet Bets has been doing lately.
Hello, YouTube family. Welcome to another episode of my YouTube channel, Bald Intellect. Please like, subscribe, ring the bell if you want to. And this episode, I started with the video from CNN. It was a discussion about the whole Wallstreet bets thing that's been going on for the last, I guess, since the beginning of the year, really. But really picked up over the last week and a half. And what it is on Reddit, a Reddit subgroup, Wallstreet Bets, started buying stocks that specifically were shorted by large Wall Street players, like the hedge fund billionaires. They shorted the stock, meaning they were betting that the stock would go down. If the stock goes down, they win, they make large amounts of money. If the stock goes up, they lose large amounts of money. Wallstreet Bets is a group of average people like you or me that were just getting together in this community on Reddit and discussing putting money into stocks like GameStop, AMC, and the like. And there's nothing wrong with what they did. GameStop stock absolutely climbed the biggest from what I've seen, from what was going on. I think it hit a high of about $483 during all this. And the thing is, it's a mask-off moment for Wall Street, because once the large players, the hedge fund billionaires, started losing money because of what the subreddit group was doing, you saw things like Robinhood, which is a retail brokerage application, stop allowing purchases of certain stocks like GameStop, AMC, Nokia, the things that the Wallstreet Bets group were buying. Retail investors, that's just another way of saying you and me. We're retail investors. The hedge fund billionaires, they're the whales on Wall Street. And so you had these stock brokerages that for a while had absolutely stopped allowing purchasing of certain stocks. All you could do was sell. Like GameStop, you couldn't buy it, all you could do was sell it. AMC, you couldn't buy it, all you could do was sell it. And now, as far as I understand, they still have a limit on how much of this stock, of certain stocks, retail buyers can buy. But you can sell it. And this was mask off for Wall Street because you have the super wealthy players, the billionaires, who are actually the people who have their hands on the levers of power in this country because of their wealth. And when they were threatened with losing large amounts of money, the game got played. The game got changed. The goalposts got moved. and their bets that the stock will go down. The stock's guaranteed to go down if you can't buy it. That's what applications like Robinhood and the like were doing, was if you can't buy the stock, it will go down, and these super wealthy traders will end up making money. One of the goofy problems with that is you'll hear the name Citadel mentioned a lot. Citadel backed the short bets by the billionaires, and they also backed companies like Robinhood, a retail brokerage firm that allows average people to buy the app, put money into it, and trade on the stock market. And the thing is, they changed the system once average people started winning in the stock market by playing the game the way the billionaires do. And the billionaires, they control all this. You know, they're the ones who are able to go on CNN and MSNBC and Fox Business to tell you that this company's stock's going to go down. This company's going to end up going out of business. They're on their way towards bankruptcy. And they can do that to manipulate the way you think so that you don't go in and buy the stock. Because they've shorted it, they don't want you to go in and buy the stock. When this Wallstreetbets group started going in and buying the stock, people started losing their minds. You had videos of people throwing chairs, cursing. There was the Cooperman, Leon Cooperman, the billionaire, hedge fund billionaire that has gone on television to cry before. He went on television to cry again. I believe he was on MSNBC, crying about the fact that he was going to lose money, and he was pissed and insulting and talking down his nose at people because he was mad because average people played his game the way he plays it, and they won. They were winning, he was losing, and it pissed him off. And that's the thing with all these guys. They were all getting pissed off. Wall Street was losing their mind because average people started playing the game the way Wall Street players do, and they were winning at it. You know, Mark Cuban had suggested they keep putting money into GameStop if they had money to put into it, to keep squeezing the short bets, because once Robinhood, TD Ameritrade, all these retail brokerages started limiting your ability to buy the stock, you had hedge funds going in again to short bet it. It's gambling. What they're doing is nothing different than, I live here in Vegas, it's nothing different than walking to a casino and placing a bet. What they're doing is gambling. It's just that the hedge fund billionaires normally have the system rigged to make sure their bets pay off. And when average people start getting together in groups to pump money into a stock, that stock's going to go up. If it's something that the billionaires short bet, they lose their mind, and the system starts getting changed. I don't know whether the SEC will do anything to Robinhood, to TD Ameritrade, to any of these hedge fund companies. I believe the Wallstreetbets group did file a class action lawsuit against Robinhood because Robinhood for a period had cut off trading of GameStop stock, AMC, various stocks. They made it where you couldn't buy it at all. All you could do is sell it, which guarantees it will go down, which guarantees the short bets will pay off. And I believe now they've got it back to where you can buy GameStop stock, but you can only buy a limited amount. You can't say, I have $5,000. I want to put $5,000 in however many shares of GameStop stock that will buy. You're limited to how many shares you can buy at a time. And the purpose of that is to try and help make sure the billionaires' bets pay off. You have other people that complained about losing money in their 401ks. I work with a guy who was complaining about his 401k losing money because of what was going on with the Wallstreetbets group. And he was blaming them. He was blaming average people, which that's not my perspective. My perspective is you should be upset that the system has been so rigged that even us average workers and our 401ks are depending on the billionaires getting richer, because our 401ks are tied into their hedge funds. And that's one of the issues, is the system's been so rigged and so intertwined that you have the billionaires having average people get mad at other average people who end up having success in the market. It's insane. It's asinine to me, but that's the system we have. It absolutely drives me crazy that we have this kind of system in this country, where it's completely rigged in favor of the wealthy. And if average people get together and fight back, the wealthy change the system. They affect the levers within the society to make sure that we fail in our attempt to fight back. And you have the people that are on their side because they're getting a little tiny bit of that money in, say, their 401ks, rather than saying, why are 401ks tied to hedge funds? You know, take the hedge funds out of the 401ks, have them tied to other commodities that aren't as volatile. And or you could say, hey, if you're going to tie your 401k to a hedge fund, and don't be mad when it loses, because it's betting, it's gambling, and if they don't win, then so be it. You tied it to the wrong place, man. Thanks for watching. Please like, subscribe, ring the bell. Have a good day.